I was refilling iced tea when the little girl slid a sugar packet toward me and whispered, "Please don't say my name." It was a slow Tuesday lunch shift at the diner. A man in a polo sat in my section with a kid across from him. He looked normal, but the girl didn't eat. She just stared at the window and kept her hands in her lap. When I set down her grilled cheese, she nudged the sugar packet again. Under it was a thin strip of receipt paper, folded tight. I tucked it under my order pad and walked to the server station like I needed ketchup. My fingers shook as I unfolded it. If he says buttons, stall. Don't let me leave. Call my mom, Julie, 555-0176. Ask, what color is my bike? Don't say my name. My stomach dropped. I glanced back. The man was watching me, smiling. I forced my face into customer service calm and returned to the table. Everything okay here? I asked. He nodded. Just the check. We're in a hurry. The girl's eyes met mine for a heartbeat. Glassy. Begging. Of course, I said, and turned away. Behind me, the man sang, "Buttons, grab your jacket." The girl flinched. That was it. A signal. I took the long way to the register and caught my manager Tina's eye. I slid the note across the counter and whispered, "Call this number." Quiet. And call 911. Tina's expression hardened. She picked up the phone under the counter. I dialed Julie, hiding my screen behind the receipt printer. She answered on the first ring. "This is a waitress at Riverside Diner," I whispered. "Your daughter gave me a note. The man with her just called her Buttons." "Don't let her leave," Julie said, voice tight. "That's my ex. Protection order. Ask the bike question." "What color is her bike?" I asked. "Purple with white stars," she said. "I'm coming." I hung up and grabbed a tray so my hands looked busy. The man stood and tossed cash on the table. "No change," he called. He reached for the girl's wrist. I stepped into their path and blocked it with my tray like I was clumsy. "Sorry," I laughed. "Quick question. Did you want the receipt? Our register's been weird." His smile snapped tight. "We're leaving." Tina appeared beside me. "Sir, the front door is temporarily locked. Maintenance. We'll open it in a minute." It was a lie, but he tried the handle anyway. Locked. The girl slid behind my tray like it was a shield. He hissed, "Come here," and tried to move around me. Two regulars at the counter stood up and drifted closer. Tina's hand hovered near the panic button. When the officers walked in, the man snapped into performance mode. "Thank God," he said. "They're harassing me and my daughter." An officer looked past him to the girl. "Do you know him?" She shook her head hard. "He's not my dad," she whispered. "Mom said write it if I can't talk." The man's mask cracked, anger flashing through. He took a step back. "Don't," the officer warned. He bolted anyway. One of the regulars hooked a foot out. The man hit the floor by the jukebox, and the officers cuffed him before he could scramble up. During the search, something small clacked onto the tile. A white tracker. The girl pointed to her backpack under the booth. "Another," she whispered. An officer checked the side pocket. Another tracker, taped under the lining. Julie arrived minutes later, shaking, and grabbed the girl so tight she disappeared in her coat. The girl looked at me over her mother's shoulder and whispered, "I practiced with sugar packets." And I realized the bravest thing in that diner wasn't the cops or the regulars. It was a kid who made a plan and trusted a stranger to read it.